Hi guys, Michelle here. I'm going to show you my latest mini. I made this last week or so, and I just wanted something that was pretty simple and easy that I could do in front of the TV. Game of Thrones is here on in New Zealand and I love it, and so but I can't watch TV anymore and without having something in my hands. So I thought this would be a good way to make something and still enjoy a very cool TV program. So I made it out of the fabulous Graphic 45 Kraft Reflections paper, and I love this paper. So used as a base a craft paper and made all the pockets out of the craft paper, and then just a chipboard cover, and then covered everything with the paper, as you can see. So I've bound it really simple, and I'm not sure about these might all change, just deciding on that at the moment. So if you ever see it again, it might look quite different at the binding, but it's just bound with fabric, the elastic that I use quite often. Just buy it in a roll and chop it off to whatever length you want it to be, and that's just been dunked in some tea dye to colour it up. So I cut up all the goodies off the book, and I'm really pleased. I'll bring it up a bit so you can see. When I've cut it all out, I've used some stickles. And I think it's cinnamon, that colour, that beautiful bronzy colour, and also platinum, and some rock candy and some glossy accents, just to give things a bit of stability as well, and tuck them all around the quote. And then the clock here, I've got a triple layer here to make sure it was good and strong and could cope with being on the end and wouldn't get too flicked. So I can see a little leaf, it's a bit too tiny, and that's going to need a little bit extra. I might just be glossy accenting that as soon as I finish this video. So that's my front. I don't think I've done anything on the back. Oh yeah, I did. Couldn't remember. So when I glued down the paper, I left the edges unglued so I can just keep them rolled and play with them as I feel like it. And then there's space here for a tuck, and just cut out some of the bits from the paper. So this is all the Kraft Reflections line. Love it. Love it. So chopped up lots of bits of the paper and used them, and I made lots of tags, because you probably know by now I love tags, and then they're all open so I can use the book for anything, and they're quite plain, so if I give it away it's not going to be too freaky for somebody who's not a scrapbooker. And then this one's open as well, and then that just is a little book I just shaped and used the corner chomper on the corners. So I love all the little pockets and the little tags. So I chopped up all the cards. That's one piece. It's all got craft paper on the back, and they should all be inked like that, so he's escaped. Cut them all up and just rounded the corners. And then on my base, you can see here, that's my craft base, and I just used the paper to create the pockets, so they've all just been glued down on two sides, so I can just put masses of tucks in there, like so. And then inside each of these is another big pocket, and I've kept them another big tag, and used the Stampin' Up punch again, corner rounded it, and then these are plain so I can write on them or put photos on them. I've got, as I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with it as yet. So each page has two of these big ones, and then a big one at the top, and that's again really plain. I just used a circle punch and just made a circle, and they're all randomly placed, so the tab pulls, they're all over the place. So some are on the side, some are in the middle, some are wonky, just wherever I felt like sticking them. And I just used doubles so that I got the nice strength out of the tab pulls. So there's another big one there, another big tag, and then another one there that can tuck in some more cards. And then, as I said, I've got lots of spaces in here that are all open, so everything can be tucked. And the quotes on this paper are just so yummy. If you haven't seen it, don't expect anything original from an Echo. Love the quotes. So they just make it really easy. So, as I said, lots of tags, another little book for putting things in, card, another quote, and another great big one of those tags. And as I said, every tag I've used lots of different pulls, so I stamped up some stamped up. I used some of the tab punch from Stamping Up, cut some of the paper up, made some circles, so they're all different sizes and shapes and places. So it gives me lots of space to use the book and put photos in without taking away from the paper, because when I love the paper I can't cover it, so that's why I've kept these really plain, because I might actually cover them if they're plain. So, and I love this. So this one just tucks in here, and again I've kept that open so I can put photos and things in there. More tucks, so the tucks are absolutely madly everywhere. If I take everything out, you can probably just about see the base of the page. So it's a simple fold page made from one piece of 12 by 12, and this one I just made from a stack of Kraft Card. It's sort of a paper card, and I buy it in a big pack from an art shop, and it's a really cheap way to buy it, so it makes it a really cheap album, because I used about 6 sheets of the paper, some ink, and this paper, so it's not a pricey album, and that enables me to hopefully buy more of the paper. So I'll show you how to make that fold at the end. I have done it previously on another album, but I'll just give you tell you about it just in case you haven't seen it before. So as I said, really simple, just masses and masses of tucks. So I used up every scrap so that I didn't waste anything, and this one's the little clock, so I cut out the clock. It's cute. So 2 more big tags in here, and then just cut a piece of the paper out. There's a flat there. And so this tab pull was the clock out of the paper, the paper is beautiful. If you haven't seen it, you're really going to like it. It is gorgeous. Oh, and everything's a tuck. So I've got 1, 2, 3 tucks there, plus that pocket, plus a pocket at the top. So it's got lots and lots of spaces for tucking all the goodies of the paper. And these are quite big. So you could put that's just over, that's 4 inches that way on the black, and 5 1/4 that way. So you're going to get a good size photo on there. And I think I've got something else tucked in there. There's another big one there. And this is just another one I created with some black card. And we're coming up to my favourite quote. I think it's at the end. So it's all the same, all really simple, lots of cute little easy ones. And because it's quite simple and as I said, relatively inexpensive, you know, I can make another one of these quite easily without stressing out about it. And it's nice to make something that's quite quick and easy sometimes. And this is my favourite quote. If you saw my room, you'd know why I'm saying that. I'm creative. You can't expect me to be neat too. I had to tidy my room today. I couldn't find anything. Couldn't even find the books I'd made. So neatness is a challenge, a constant challenge for me. And then I've got the belly band here, and I just made, out of everything that was left over, little tucks. So this was from one of the pieces of paper, and then I cut the clock out for another one and just tucked that there. So the paper just makes it very easy and very pretty to use. So that's my book. And I just threw this piece of paper, which I don't particularly like, because it's shiny. I don't like it. So I don't know why I bought it, but anyway. This is how to make the piece of paper. Super simple. Fold it in half, 6 by 6. Sorry, 12 by 12 piece of paper, fold it in half. So you've got a fold there at 6. Then flip it. And this one I've folded it at 3 1/2 and at 8 1/2, and that's to give me that width there to be 5 inches. So if you wanted it to be 4 inches, you could fold it at 4 inches and 8 inches, and that would give you that depth there. So it's really, really simple. I've made a whole pile of these for Christmas. I've only been crafting for months, and last year when I started, this was one of the first videos I saw and one of the first books that I made. and it's really simple, and I'm sorry I can't tell you whose idea it was, because when I started I didn't know what I was doing, so I didn't know how to save favourites or anything like that, so it's tucked away somewhere. So just snip into that corner there, snip in there, and then just fold those into a V. And even though it's ugly paper, it's probably making it quite easy to see. It's the shininess, I think. I don't like the shininess on paper because it's so much harder to work with. So, fold, 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 and that's the page. So that's what you're looking at there. So just glue down your edges through there, and that creates that pocket right there. And then on this one I just glue down the side and across the bottom, and that makes my nice big pocket at the top. So you could put any size tags in it, whatever size you fancy. So you know, you could do it so that they're all sticking out all over the place, which makes quite a fun and interesting looking album. And then once I've got those, I just, as I said here, just glued down all these bits here on the two sides, and then that's a tuck. So you can crank out a few of these pages as a base quite quickly and easily. And so a really good starter album, because it was my starter album. This is the first one I made, and then I just hole punched, as you can see, and ran it through with the elastic. So it doesn't take too long to make, and hope that makes sense. Just remember, it's really easy. So that is the page, how to make it, and that is my Kraft Reflections album. So enjoyed that. I enjoyed watching the TV and making something at the same time. So I hope you like it, and thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye now.